Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and whoever or whatever you identify as. Welcome back to the Shed of Dread and welcome to another video. Right then, Doctor Who. Currently, very exciting times. Things are being done in a positive means, which is great. It's fantastic, it's brilliant, it's awesome. But we also, as we've got 18 months to wait for this to come, need to calm the fuck down. Why? Because at the moment, we're beginning to alienate people because they're not super excited like you are, and people are getting to a stage where people don't like people expressing a different opinion. And I've experienced this because obviously my current opinion is on the YouTube channel, Doctor Who Same Old Issues, I think it was called. It's up there now. My opinion and issues are still there. Some people seem to think I'm doing it just to be an arsehole, and I'm not. I am the voice who sometimes has to be the devil's advocate. I sometimes have to sit there and go, yes, it's super exciting, but have you paid any attention to this? This bothers me, and I'm just drawing your attention to it. I'm not doing it for an argument. I'm not doing it for confrontation. I'm just the guy who goes, fantastic, but what about that? Yeah, I'm not the sort of person who just looks miles ahead and ignores all the potential problems that are around at the moment. And I've spent quite a few days on Facebook and Twitter having to defend myself against people who are misinterpreting what I have to say. This, of course, got worse when Goggles, because I can't remember her name. Yeah, Yasmin Finney joined as Rose. Now, some people have taken it as, oh, well, this is a replacement for Rose Tyler. If that is the truth, which I don't think it is, by the way, I really don't think it is, but if that is the truth, that isn't going to help. What I think is it's Donna's daughter, and she's called Rose because of something subconscious in her mind. So I really genuinely don't think that it's Rose Tyler's replacement. If they did, that would validate all the issues that I have immediately. But I don't think it is. Hand on heart, I genuinely think this is going to be something else. Now, the problem, of course, is when I mentioned about Yasmin Finney, I also had to mention the fact that, of course, it's a transgender actor, which immediately causes an issue. Not because, and this is where people got it wrong, because it's a transgender. Because I can see what a lot of other people can see who have suffered for these last 5 years. I can see that this causes the ugly head of diversity hire rearing up. People seem to forget that a lot of people have just gone, oh, we're super excited, and completely forgotten the shit that people have gone through. A lot of people haven't forgotten that, and a lot of people are worrying about that. And when they see things that potentially look like, and I haven't said they are, well, to me it would be a diversity hire because that's what it looks like, but based on what it's been like for the last, through the Chibnall and Whittaker years. And I'm going to read, because it's important, because there's something on here that some people are arguing with me, and I need to sort of bring this up. Yasmin Finney joins Doctor Who cast. Doctor Who gains its own Heartstopper as Yasmin Finney joins the cast. Heartstopper is because that's the only show that she's been in. That's not a bad thing. I'd never heard of Matt Smith or David Tennant, so, it's not a major problem. Yasmin Finney has joined the cast of Doctor Who playing the character of Rose, and is filming scenes that are due to air in 2023 to coincide with the show's 60th anniversary. Currently captivating audiences with the performers as Ella Argent in Heartstoppers, Yasmin has received rave reviews across the globe. Speaking of joining Doctor Who, Yasmin says, if anyone had told the 8-year-old Yasmin that one day I'd be part of the show, well, for one, I don't know what your name was before you became Yasmin, because unless you did it at 8, I would never have believed him in a million years. I don't think anyone, if they were young, would ever be told they'd be in a show. You wouldn't listen, would you? This show has a place in so many people's hearts. Yes, it does. So to be seen as a trans actress by the legend himself, Russell, It's not only made my year, it's made my life. I cannot wait to begin the journey and for all of you to see how Rose blossoms. Get ready. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, she's only in the 60th. But the words, I can't wait for this journey and for you all to see how Rose blossoms, get ready, says to me she's not in it for one episode. What it says to me is, and yes, I could be reading between the lines, but this is the new companion for Ncuti's Doctor. So those of you go, oh, don't worry, it's only one cast, but not by these words. These words say that she's in it for a while. You would only say, well, if you were only in it for one, you go, I'm looking forward to this one, and I mean, looking for, but this is actually saying, I cannot wait to begin this journey and for all of you to see how Rose blossoms, which means a story arc. To me, other people will take it a different way. But this is where things happen, because I will mention that and I'm immediately attacked for being transphobic, which is not what I'm saying at all. You can see why people think that she's a diversity hire. If you will stop for a minute and just remember that people still haven't forgotten the shit that we've been through and all the diversity hires and shit like that. So you have to stop. This is where I am telling you to calm down. And instead of instantly dismissing people like I've been told, well, you just don't have to, you don't watch it if you don't want to. That's not what I'm saying, but that's a standard response. I've been called racist. I've been called transphobic, which I'm neither. All I am doing is pointing out the fact that I can see why some people, including myself, based on the previous 5 years, could see nothing by diversity hire. And the fact that even though some people go, oh, it's Bad Wolf, it's nothing to do with the BBC. Yeah, but Bad Wolf are making it for the BBC. So if you genuinely believe that the BBC won't have some input, you're gravely mistaken, because it's their product. Bad Wolf and Russell T Davies, who has, in that famous red carpet thing, professed his love for the BBC, they're making it for the BBC. I know people go, well, BBC hasn't got any creative control, but the BBC are the ones who are going to use that product, so they're going to have an input on what comes out. Again, people will disagree with me and do the other famous thing, which is currently at the moment, which is putting words in my mouth. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying you can't, you're being blinkered. You're getting all excited. And, oh, well, it's Bad Wolf and Russell T Davies. It's nothing to do with the BBC. Yeah, but the BBC, it is a lot to do with the BBC. They're not doing the productions anymore, but they're the ones who are having that programme off them. They're providing, Bad Wolf and Russell T Davies are providing BBC with a service. So the BBC, as the customer of that service, will have an input. So if they have got an input, and you know what the BBC like is for diversity and inclusivity programming, that's why you can see this as a diversity hire, and that's why you can see Ncuti as a diversity hire. And again, I shall reiterate, because I have to keep repeating myself over and over again, if I am wrong, then I will hold my hand up and say I am wrong. I really do, genuinely, truly, hopefully, hand on heart, on the lives of my kids, hope that I am wrong. But I can't ignore this. Russell T Davies run ads, life on Doctor Who gets brighter and wilder. How can there be another Rose? Well, you'll find out in 2023, which is there, right there, explaining that this is not Rose Tyler. It's another Rose. And I know the media have jumped on it and gone, oh, it's a transgender replacing Rose Tyler. Well, you're wrong. It actually says here, how can there be another Rose? You're going to find out. So she's not Rose Tyler. It's an absolute joy to welcome Yasmin to the Doctor Who set. We all fell in love with her in her Heartstopper, one of those shows that changes the world, and now Yasmin can change the Whoniverse. Bloody word. But again, if she's only in it for one, she's not going to change a lot, is she? And that's why people can see a potential for this being a diversity hire. That's why. It just annoys me when people think because Bad Wolf are doing it and Sony have bought Bad Wolf and Russell T Davies are doing it, the BBC have nothing to do with it. They're the customer. They're providing the customer with the product. If I provided you a service as a customer, you would have, if I said to you, what would you like on your mug, for instance, you would tell me what you would want, and then I would do my best to deliver what you want. So the BBC will have input in this. Not as much as it used to, but it will have an input. You need to stop and think about that and not just go, and again, when people go, oh, it's Russell T Davies, I have faith it'll be great. Yeah, okay, he did a great job back in 2005, but I keep saying, this is not the Russell T Davies of 2005. This is the Russell T Davies of 2022/2023. The world has changed. Diversity and inclusivity and representation now has taken over everything. Back in 2005, it wasn't there. Even though they did have quite a diverse and representative cast, but it means a different thing now than it did then, and you've got to accept that, whether you like it or not. Excuse me, bit of hay fever. And because people are like me are saying things like that, we're the enemy. The last week and a bit has stunned me on how people who saw me as on their side, and you know what I feel about sides, stupid childish shit, are now seeing me as the enemy because I'm not all wrapped up in the super excited bubble. Because I'm not. I am, genuinely thrilled, and it's great to see Doctor Who being something to look interested and excited in the potential. But I'm not forgetting what happened before. I'm not forgetting that it's still the BBC, whether you like it or not. And the fact that the world has changed since 2005. It has changed massively. The writing can be seen on the wall. There's a problem. But we're all just going to ignore that because David Tennant's back. But he might only be back for 1 or 2. Or maybe 3. I don't know. Is it 3 they were talking about? Maybe that. And then we'll get... Or it might just be the 1. And then he's gone. And then you'll get our new Doctor. Don't just stop having a go at people because they don't agree with you. And they're not at the same level as excitement as you. Stop and think. How things would be, how it could look if you take the BBC in the last shit years of Doctor Who that we've had to put up with. You've got to learn to stop and listen and understand people's points of view. Don't attack people randomly and just have a go and tell them not to watch, or, well, you're just doing it because you don't want a trans woman. I didn't say any of that. I haven't said any of that. What I'm saying is you need to think. No, that's it. You just need to think. Stop getting wrapped up. Oh, Russell T Davies is going to be awesome. I hope he is. I really, truly do. But all these videos, since his announcement, I've been saying you need to take it with a pinch of salt because he's not the same. The working environment in 2005 is not the working environment now. Things have changed so much, and 99% of it not for the good. I mean, someone says, oh, she's absolutely stunning in that. Perhaps she is. I don't know. I've never watched it. But of course, that's another thing. Well, you've never watched her, so how would you know? She'll be perfect for the role. How can you say that? Jodie Whittaker was stunning in Broadchurch. I rest my case. You can't say because an actor is good in that thing, one thing, that they're necessarily going to be good in anything else. Established actors who've been in 20, 30 things, like Peter Capaldi and that, you can say, well, I've seen him in that, and that, and he's really, really good. It's like now, if I will watch something with David Tennant in, because I know it's going to be good because of that, and that all the stuff I've watched before. But you can't. Well, they'll be brilliant. Why? Well, they're brilliant in this one thing, yeah, and well, they'll be brilliant to Doctor Who. Well, Jodie Whittaker was also in Broadchurch, and it doesn't mean because somebody is good in one thing that they're automatically going to be great and brilliant in the next thing, especially when it's a complete leap from comedy to sci-fi. It's not the same thing. But just because people have a different view, you've got to stop rounding on people and dismissing their views and their opinions just because you think everybody should just be excited. I'm excited. It's so nice to see Doctor Who in a good light for a change, is it not? It's enjoyable. Gives you that warm feeling, that sense of potential hope. But I'm not going to blindly walk forward, rolled up in a ball of excitement, and complete and utter belief in Russell T Davies based on what he was like in 2005, and just expect it to be awesome. I'm waiting and seeing, but if I see things that niggle me, I will say, and I will say, look guys, what about this? I hope I'm wrong, but what about this? But I will wait and see. I will be watching it when it comes out, because I can only truly judge how good they are when I see them on the screen in that role. But that doesn't mean I can't have concerns. That doesn't mean other people can't have concerns. People just see the potential of diversity hires, and that's it. It's done. They're finished. I am not finished. I will give it a go, but I also will not just sit idly by and ignore issues and problems. And then we come to the other bit, which is very, very, very true. And that's the fact that why are we sacrificing friendships? Because I had a running argument on Facebook. In the end, instead of getting angry and aggressive with people, I explained my position. I explained how things are going. Everything, not nastily, just how I felt. And we all ended up as friends. And the most important thing that I need to be repeated before I finish this video off, I keep putting my hand up forgetting there's a light source there. Chris Bolstrek, he recently and suddenly lost his dog, his favourite pet Lexi, and he's heartbroken and devastated, especially when dickheads say nasty things to him. And obviously he's decided to call it a day on YouTube and that, which is 100% understood, because unless you've got, people just don't understand the bonds you have with your pets, and it is, especially with a dog and a cat, it's like losing a family member. But one of the things he put in a conversation with Melina is, I'm going to read it out because I actually put, this is quite simply the truth. Sadly, many of you don't follow it, all for opinion. And he just put these words: friendships are more important than opinions on a TV show. It's what separates us from the other people. And as I have said many, many times, the fuck are you doing? It's only a fucking TV show. You need to calm down. For one, we've got 18 months before anything comes out. There are going to be more announcements. There's lots of other things that are going to be happening. But why are we getting all this horrible? And some people are getting right rounded on because of a difference of opinion. Now, my comment section, I have people who don't agree with me all the time. And like on my comments on Facebook, I will like all the comments on Facebook, because it's the conversation that we need. Not the mudslinging. Not the name calling. Not the name tagging and calling them this group or that group. Just a good old-fashioned discussion. Stop taking everything that somebody says as a personal attack on you, because it isn't. We're supposed to be adults. We're supposed to be friends. I've gained a lot of good friends over the last couple of years just talking about Doctor Who, and I will never jeopardise that friendship over an opinion, because it's just a fucking TV show. But people need to calm down. You need to pay attention to what's actually being said and what's actually being written, instead of reading it your way and going there, because it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. I've had several people put words in my mouth and I'll go, that's not what I said. That's what you think I said. That's what you wish I had said, because it gives you the argument. But it doesn't. So, it's great times to be a Doctor Who fan. How long has it been since we've been able to say that, ladies and gentlemen? It's great times are coming. But please, just be sensible. Listen to people's objections and issues. Take them on board. And treat each other with a bit of civility. That's all we need. Because, as I've said before, if we can all get behind this Doctor, we can get all behind this and show that that shit that we had from Chibnall and Whittaker was shit. That's why we didn't watch it, and we all get together and push it forward and we all watch it and support it. How great will that be? But also, before I bring it to a close, don't forget, we're all human. We'll never agree on everything. So don't forget that. Just be friends. But that's what I think. But what would I know? I'm just a fat guy in his shed surrounded by his toys. You let me know what you think. Comment section down below. It's there for you. Remember, in my comment section, there's no wrong opinions. You're entitled to your opinion, whether I agree or not. And I like to see this discussion. I enjoy reading everybody's comments, even when you don't agree, because sometimes I'll go, oh yeah, it's a good point, because I want to be open to listen to other ideas. Let's not be blinkered. Let's not close ourselves in over the excitement ball that we're in. Take time to pay attention to other people, because you might learn something. And don't jeopardise your friendships over a show. It really isn't worth it. And with that, I will bring it to a close. If you like this video, please like and share. If you want to join in with all the videos that I do on my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for everybody who's put comments in the comment section, whether I agree with you or not. Thank you for joining into the conversation, because that's what we need. We need conversation and discussion. And with that, and as always, and until the next one, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.